Hello, everybody.
Hey, Matthew.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, sorry I missed you a little earlier on. You can tell there's a rubber file down, I guess.
Well, with all the rain.
Oh well, yeah. Well, it restarted with an embedded rubber file, so.
Gotcha.
The rain doesn't help. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed you on your trip, man. You were down at the Glen, like 6 hours away.
You know, it's like it was nothing compared to my trip.
Yeah, you could have done that in a heartbeat. Well, mind you, I've been traveling back and forth between Sarnia, London, and Ottawa, so 6 hours is still long. Yeah. I got a couple more of those before we make the final trek down, so it's entertaining in sort of a teeth gritting, nail pulling way.
Are you moving there?
I am down to Brights Grove. It's just east end of Sarnia.
I used to live in Brights Grove.
Get out of town. Where exactly?
I don't remember. It was like
okay. Alcoholic Ace. I mean, everyone seems to.
That would have been like when I was in grade 8.
Oh man.
No, before that. Yeah, grade 8.
Jeez. What were your parents doing that dragged you to Brights Grove?
We were building a house in Sarnia.
So you lived in Sarnia?
Well, we moved to Brights Grove to rent a house until our house was ready.
Right, but what were your parents doing in Sarnia? Like what?
Oh, my dad had a job. My dad had a new job there.
Okay, working within the oil industry.
Kind of, sort of. He worked for Union Gas.
Okay, yeah, my uncle used to work for Imperial, but that's where I was born, and we spent.
In Brights Grove?
No, in Sarnia.
Oh, in Sarnia.
Yeah, but I mean, Brights Grove is now Sarnia, so the city's sort
well,
of.
when I was there, that Brights Grove was out in the middle of nowhere.
Not anymore. There's pretty much houses all the way to Brights Grove now.
Well, you know where Christina Street goes straight down to the lake?
I do. Used to live there.
I lived in the first house on the street. Not the one on the corner, the first one on the lakeshore side.
Oh, well, I used to live at the other end of Christina, the first house before you came to Front Street, right at the overpass. I used to toboggan down the overpass into the parking lot beside the house.
And I went to King George. I went to King George VI public school.
I have to look that up to see if that's the one that I went, because I went to grade 1 there, I guess. Grade 1 or 2. Because I remember that school. I also went to the public school that's now behind Blue Water Health, which used to be St. Joe's. There was a public school right beside St. Joe's. I went to school there.
Sorry, let me. Can't talk and drive at the same time, and people are going to crash into me.
I'm similarly afflicted.
It wasn't grade 8 when I was there. It was grade 1.
What year?
That would have been about 1957-ish.
So you're about 6 years older than me then. 7.
Well, I don't know. You have to divulge how old you really are. It's complicated.
Well,
math.
if you were grade 1 in 57, that makes you about 7 years.
I'm guessing.
Oh.
It could have been 56.
Well, you know when you were born. Grade
Yes,
1 is 6 years after that.
Then it must have been around 57, 58.
There you go. Yeah, so I'm about 6 years behind you.
Matthew, Sarnia, Lake Huron?
Yeah. Is there another Sarnia?
I don't know. I don't know that part of the world. And from Ottawa, what are you doing there?
Retiring. Or being retired. Right now, I'm in Ottawa being retired. And I'll be retired in Sarnia too.
Okay. And the move is. I'm always curious why people move.
Oh, our daughter's in London now, so with our son in Toronto and our daughter in London. So we were originally thinking of Stratford, but we couldn't find anything in Stratford, and then this house popped up in Brights Grove, has a nice backyard, is like 2.5 blocks away from Lake Huron, so we said, okay.
Do you boat?
Nope. I do swim, however, and they got gorgeous beaches there.
Yeah, and what's the temperature of the lake?
Well, it's sand. It's like no more than 10 foot deep for, oh, I don't know, 200 or 300 feet out to the lakeshore, so it's warm.
Huh.
Yeah, what's the one with Grand Bend?
Yeah, everywhere from Sarnia to Grand Bend, up to Penetanguishene, back down Georgian Bay and back up the other side of Georgian Bay, it's just one long sand beach. It's gorgeous.
The beach might be sandy, but that doesn't mean the wind.
Oh, but the thing is, it's all shallow water. The shore is shallow.
Actually, in Sarnia at the bottom of Christina Street, it was always rocky.
Yeah, well, that was because that's where the port is, and you've got the river going through the St. Clair, so that's why it's rocky there. But if you go to Cantera Park right next door, it's all sand.
Across the street.
Yeah, it's all sand there.
Well, now I get it. So it's for your kids as well. I get it now.
Yeah. It was where I was born, so it's kind of full circle thing. But our daughter will be 50 minutes away in London, and our son will be 3 hours all told, whether we drive or take a bus. He's right downtown Toronto, so we'll be taking a bus down there. So it's a lot better than the 5 or 6 hours to Ottawa for either of them.
Right. Yeah. So my dad is still around Kingston. He's on an island just in the St. Lawrence.
Which one?
Howe Island.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I was
that's
thinking
good.
maybe he was on Wolf. Wolf's nice.
Yeah, Wolf's got a bigger ferry to it. Howe's got a couple of ferries. They're just really small. So,
Out of Gananoque or out of Kingston?
There's one out of Gananoque and one out of like halfway between Gan and Kingston.
Okay. I'm just thinking
So
all the
that's
other other drivers here listen to us talk about this, going, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Yeah. Some other time.
I actually know where you're talking about.
Which one? Brights
Oh.
Grove, Sarnia, or Kingston?
Sarnia and Brightsville and Kingston.
Ah, how do you know
Nice.
Sarnia and Brights Grove?
Well, I grew up in Detroit. We used to fish the St. Clair River and shit.
Yep.
I got a cousin that lives right on the river, and we used to go out in his boat. And he'd always try to not cross into Canada because we were always drunk.
Yeah.
And they had they had stronger laws about drinking and on boating and stuff.
Yeah, we do tend to be a bit of killjoys like that. But you'll laugh. Every year now, there's a what do they call it now? They call it the River Fest, and everyone gets into rubber rings and floaties and all sorts of stuff. And they start on it's over in Port Huron, and so they get on their floaties and stuff, and they float out into the lake. And the idea is to float down the river for a while. Except, of course, the river just takes them all onto the Sarnia side. And a couple of years ago, it was the weather turned really awful very quickly. They all started to get hypothermia. They washed up on the Sarnia side as illegal entrance into the country. And so they were all rounded up in the buses, taken to the police. Like, it was just an absolute circus. They eventually made it back over to Port Huron. No the worse for wear, but it was quite amusing, and everyone was lined up on the shoreline the next year to see what circus was going to look like that time. But they had, I guess they had a few more. They had some boats from the organizers who were out there making sure everyone sort of stayed off the Canadian shoreline. That's funny.
Hey man, you fix your computer?
Is it gonna rain for the race?
Probably.
I imagine, since it's live weather.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it's supposed to rain. We had to race
Well-
this track last year in the rain, and it was a pain in the ass.
Maybe not, because it was 8% when I came in, and now it's 6.
Ailing
So
off.
maybe it's moving out.
Where's Billy Joel when you need him?
Hey Jill, Ben said earlier that he replaced the CPU in his computer to get it going.
Overclocker.
Yeah.
Or bad cooling.
Could be any sort of different thing, yeah. I remember this track now.
It's pretty nice. I don't think I've ever driven it.
Yeah, we drove it last year, these cars, and it was quite the race.
It was raining.
Yeah, but not the whole race. It did dry out because, or it started dry and went rain, or it was rain and went dry, and it made for a very interesting race. But not like that, Carl. Yeah, now we're doing all that stuff. Yeah, sorry I'm not with you tonight, guys. But with all the traveling I'm doing and stuff I have to work at home, just had no time practicing, and so I didn't want to be a hazard on the track.
I was going to say
I'll do it
just
for you.
I was going to say just arrive and drive, but I did do the GT2.
Yeah, no, I wasn't able to do that. I was down in London, so.
I finished second.
Ooh. I got a lot of stats to update. I've got 2 races worth of trophies for the VMSC, and then I've got all this to do, so.
Ben ran out of fuel.
That's been going around a lot.
Fine by me.
Four minutes, everybody.
I did do 7 triathlons, so living around the lake like that, I would swim all most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, whenever I think about beach, I don't think about the Caribbeans or places like that. I think about the image that comes up in my mind is the Lake Huron. Let's see. Oh, right on time, Mika. Thank you. Hey, Brian. Welcome in.
Thanks, Matt.
With a dry track time.
Hey, everybody. It is that magic time. So if you please escape the pits, and I'll go through the brief, and then we can get on with some quali. All right, that's great. Thanks very much, everybody. So we've got 12 here tonight. Thank you very much for coming out to the penultimate round of the GT1 with 2 rounds remaining in the combined series. So lots of action I heard about for the race on Tuesday. So now everyone gets coming back and try it a bit faster. So thanks very much for your support. Appreciate it very much. And thank you for coming out to do this as the silver anniversary celebration for CMS. Right. So we've got, as this whole season is, we're going to have the 1 hour race with a 10-minute qualifying, GT1s only, and should be a lot of fun. As you can tell, we're on live weather, and it is a 1 hour race, so everything is as per every other race this series so far. Everyone's on Discord, thank you very much, and as usual, it's radio silence for the quali and race except for essential safety pieces so that people are warned, and it's just a quick advisory and then back off again. So pretty straightforward. And then, as we've been doing, lots of chatter during the warm-up. Starting procedure, just to remind you, we start off in pairs, and we will go around a double file, return to the grid location. RF2 will let you know where we are. Pole sitter, just roll at a speed that doesn't get RF2 angry and keeps the grid together. Follow the RF2 instructions, keep your distances consistent, and then when you're back into the grid area, you'll get the arrow for your position. Roll up into position, put on the brakes, and then the starting procedure will be RF2. And once you get the green light, off you go. If you have a problem on the outlap on the pace slash state, just follow the RF2 instructions how to get back into place and get back to the grid safely. As with every race that we have, we are going to have an orange zone for this rate, which is the start to the 10th exit of the 10th turn, which is McDonald's, which is the right-hander onto the back straight. So just take a little bit of care, a little extra care there. Of course, everyone's racing, but as you know, penalties are more severe if you cause problems during the orange zone. I don't believe we have any penalties assigned for this race. If you haven't checked the info channel before the race to see if you got any, I would suggest you do so before the race just to confirm. And as you all know, you've got the 3 first racing laps to serve your penalty. And if you have to do a penalty that makes you stop, it's behind the pace car, off the pit lane, and just count off the time you have to be stationary if it's a stop and hold of any sort. I've got admin status, so I can clear up DQs prior to the race after that. If you get DQ'd for lights or other issues, you're DQ'd. Blue flag, I think, is pretty straightforward. Everyone knows about that. Don't obstruct, don't impede the driver who is lapping you. But everyone has to be attentive to each other. The lapping driver has to be looking at doing a safe pass, do it properly at the right time. And everyone just respect each other and we'll get along just fine. Track limits are enforced by RF2 and you will get track cuts here, obviously. You do, however, are eligible for IRRs from other drivers if you're constantly repeatedly violating track limits. Whether you get an RF2 penalty or not doesn't matter. It still can be an IR. You still can get a penalty for it. So just be aware you have to keep that one wheel on the racing surface at all times for the CMS standard. It is wet out there, continues to be wet, so just really be careful as you're coming back onto the track after an off. Make sure you've got some good situational awareness around you, know who's coming up. We're all racing one class of car here, so there shouldn't be speed disparity issues, but just awareness issues for us. For the pit entry, just remember to stay well left as you approach T14 and enter at the beginning of the entry lane. Use the fast lane, not the pit boxes. Pit ins on the inside of your box, whether you're sharing a stall or not. We're not going to be doing that tonight, but just practice anyway. Make sure you're lining up on the, so you're nosing up to the center of your car, noses into the left side of the box. So you get used to that because that's what we need to do when we're sharing pits. And then on the exit, make sure you're staying left until you are well integrated into the racing line. The racing traffic into turn 2. Pitting is your own decision. I think everyone's clear on the golden rule of being respectful of drivers you're competing with for a position and the process for IRR. We've had a little bit of argy-bargy concerning the lights on one of the races recently, so just make sure that you are clear on how your lights operate. If you don't want to use the auto lights on, then make sure you either turn them on or you've got a real clear idea where you need to push buttons to make it work. And pay attention to the chat and warnings. Make sure you can see them. And everyone's clear on the using escape, Control-Alt-Delete, or remove your plug or cable if you've got an issue and get back in again so that you can keep racing. And everyone gets points for finishing the race. So I encourage you to come back in. Any questions? All right. Then I will flip us over to the quali session, and you're up for quali. Everyone's out there for the 10 minutes. And everyone have a good time out there. Looking forward to this.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Matt.
thanks, Matt.
It's raining.
But only 6%. Come on. We've been running the live weather for so long now. 6% should be just something that's behind you to worry about. Okay. Some interesting running out there. Ben, well done on taking the top of the table. Setting a pretty good pace there in the rain. Well done. And I think I see who's the top Pro-Am? Sean Kelly, I think, got the top AM. I guess it's Mika, if I'm not mistaken, is the top Pro-Am. So well done, everybody. Some good driving out there, and we'll go over to the warm-up, give you a chance to go out and get some laps in, and make sure you know where your pit box is. 10 minutes for the warm-up.
Hey Matt, how come we started qual early tonight?
Did we?
Yeah.
Nearly got you.
Was it 5 minutes early?
Something like that, yeah. We usually start at around like 9 Eastern.
I started at 9 Eastern.
I joined Discord at 8:58 Eastern, and you guys had already started qual.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe I did. That's because I finished my brief early. I didn't talk as long.
The race brief says it's supposed to actually start at 9:10.
Did you say 9:10? Did it say 9:10?
Yeah.
Ben said to start while JT wasn't there.
Oh, yeah, that does say.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of discrepancies in the race brief.
Well, no, I started the race brief 10 minutes early. That's why.
Oh, I meant the written one.
I thought I got rid of those.
No, they're still there.
Oh, it's still 7 and 8. Yeah, that's true. I did change
They're
Oschersleben.
still in wrong track in some places.
Oh, yeah, Silverstone weather. Shows Silverstone weather, doesn't it?
Well,
Oh,
see,
dear.
that's so far accurate, so I don't know if I'm questioning that, but
Okay, yeah, no, I started the race brief 10 minutes early. That was my bad. I was too excited to see the guys on the track. I'm just too enthusiastic.
You've been hectically moving too, so there's that.
Losing track at time. And it certainly hurt you quite badly, JT. I noticed that.
To be fair, that qualifying was all about the first lap, so
Yeah.
might have missed out on that.
yeah, I wasn't on the server yet. I'm just done my first practice.
So what tyres is everyone starting on? Because there was a lot of mistakes in the GT2 one, but I think this is different.
Yeah, it's gonna depend. Right now with 40%, that's wets.
Yeah, it started reading a little bit more. 10%'s not very friendly at all.
Well, it's creating spray. Yeah, now it's 10%.
It's not so much
Where
how
do you
much is coming down, but also what's actually on the track at the moment, which is 40%.
Yeah, where do you see 10%?
That's
It's
the
it, now
rain amount.
shows, it now shows 15, but
Okay, yeah, I got 15.
That's the on-track wetness, but the it's 10% rain right now.
I think it's the other way around. The blue number is what's currently raining. The white number is what the track is.
I'm looking at the UI under watch, and it says 10% rain. 9 degrees C, 10% rain.
Hop in the car.
And in the car,
Would if I could.
Are you
in the
not racing?
car, I've got 15%.
No, I don't need to be the rolling chicane or rolling chicanes at this point.
Coward.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. I got a bunch of other things I'm trying to do as well, so.
Okay, Ross.
I will wear that like a badge of honor.
So, Paul, on your trip, did you go see any of the dinosaur museums out there?
Whereabouts?
They're littered everywhere in the Great Plains, aren't they? All the way through the Midwest there?
Yeah, Montana, Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, one of those. Whichever one has the Black Hills Institute.
Yeah, South Dakota.
Yep.
Nah, skip them all. But the Badlands and the Black Hills are really cool.
Oh, beautiful.
Wasn't Jerry Hamilton here earlier?
Yeah, but he said he couldn't drive. He said, I
Oh.
can't run.
Oh, let's do that. Wow, might get lapped 2 or maybe 3 times.
Wait and see. It's raining. You never know what's gonna happen.
Ben, please watch your fuel.
Well, don't make it such a close race, and then I can relax and it'll be alright.
Hey everybody, make sure you've got your race setups all tuned up and loaded. Got about 55 seconds left to grid. Make sure you're all set, lights are done, and you're ready to roll. Don't forget, the last 2 races of the season are next week at Watkins Glen. The GT2s on Tuesday and the GT1s on Thursday. And there'll be a full roundup of the standings so that for those who are mathematically challenged, we lay it out in detail as to where you stand and what your chances are of getting onto the series podium. Ten seconds. Remember, it's a pace lap, so take your time on the green. Right. Good luck, everybody. Have a great race out there. And everyone get to the finish.
Good luck.
Limit.
Inside last corner. Clear.
think that's everyone across the line. Congratulations, JT, taking the win ahead of Ben and Gilles, who was up there for the longest time, but still a very tight race between the top three. In fact, the top four with Ryan Hall. Super racing, guys. And I think Mika takes the Pro-Ams, and Carl, I think, is the AM winner. So well done, guys.
Prayers don't work.
When I saw you go in that early, I was like, either you're a madman going on to drives that early, or you've absolutely blown it.
Or what?
Or brilliant.
No, or blown it. Or ruined it.
You'd cut out a little bit.
I was being complimentary.
No, you gamble for the rain.
I think I got the perfect crossover time. I just fueled for a whole nother stint, though. So I was fucking in the pits for ages.
Did you move on to softs or?
I went hards because I get like 3 laps on the softs around that track, and then I figured even with the wet, it wasn't going to pay off. I'd like be slow once you came out the pits.
Oliver, were you hard hooking up? You were much faster than I was, but you seemed like you're having a little trouble getting around. Was it not hooking up for you?
Yeah.
Or maybe Oliver's not here.
Oliver.
He was fast.
No,
he'd get
Oliver,
then he'd lose it, and he'd get back up to me again, then he'd lose it. I just thought maybe it wasn't hooking up for him.
Oliver always switches off his noise after the race because the way his setup is in his house, people are sleeping. He doesn't talk after the race.
Wake up!
Rain.
That was a blast, guys. I had a lot of fun. Y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
You will.
You care now.
Yeah, good night, guys.
I couldn't get rain.
Jules, did you know what the weather was going to be, or did you just kind of guess?
No, I know I was going to dry up, but I gambled for some more rain because it was raining all the time. So I gambled for more rain. I should have put soft. I know. What? I love my start.
Yeah, great start.
Yeah,
did you go 0 traction control for that?
Let's see. Traction control was at 4, so 1 before max. But
really, goddamn.
Yeah.
I can't I bog down if I go above traction control 2. That Toyota it bogs down at the start so much.
Shit, didn't Norm get a hell of a start?
I took off, and you guys were in my spray, and I had a clean track. It was cool. I had 2 fart. One at the for the triple left-hander, and one at the fast chicane in the back. I saw 50. Oh, that's the too late sign. And I went straight. Then I waited for you guys to come back to where
Your
you were.
rejoins were wild, Chills.
Yeah, one of them threw me off quite badly.
You damn near killed Ben by cutting directly across the track onto the racing line.
I came back on the track. It's a sure thing I was going to do that. I was not going to go right because if I would go right in the grass, the car would have gone straight out 90 degrees off the compared to the racing line. So I came back as fast as I could.
You're supposed to slow down and rejoin safely.
Oh, I was out of control.
It was wild. You damn near killed Ben.
I was out of control.
Comment.
Yeah, I knew you were. Your eyes were there. No, it's the the worst was the fast chicane in the back. I just I think I was doing something for the bits on my buttons and.
Yeah, that's what I was doing when I spun.
And,
I was getting too confident around there. I was trying to work out fuel levels and then fucking spun.
Well, you used all the carb in the world.
Yeah, it was all right most of the time. 99% of the time it was fine.
I was trying to avoid that. That thing could be slippery.
can upset the car also.
Yeah, 14 seconds extra in the pits. I came when you came out the pits, I was right behind you, a second or two.
Yeah.
So I blew it there, other than the spin, and then I spun again really fast. Flip back chicane bit. Well, I suck at Watkins Glen, so I think that's the title. Chance is gone.
Never say it's over till it's over.
Yeah, till the fat lady sing.
I don't have great luck at Watkins either.
Yeah, I don't think
There
I've
you
ever
go.
had a clean race there in any game, in any series.
Battle for the bottom. Battle for the bottom. I like that.
Oh. On soft, that would have been a different race.
See, no, I think your pit strategy was just way too early.
Yeah, you left yourself no choice going that early.
Had you put on softs then, you would have lost a lot of time initially because I don't think the track was ready for softs just yet.
Okay.
The problem was you pit too early.
I went out with 70 liters.
Well, there you go. You're missing, 3
Yeah,
tenths
yeah,
of a
but
tank.
there you go. I was first for most of the race, and then it's
You weren't.
and if it would have rained again, it would be a different race. I tried.
Yeah, just before my pit, I'd been saving tires, and I was counting on it either raining again or drying up. So my goal was to go as long as possible and save tires just in case I needed to double stint them.
Yeah, that was the other strategy. Either go long or go short. I'm too used to going short, so I stayed with what I know.
Yeah, you had the lead though, and you had the pace. There was no way of getting around you.
Cool. Well, watching tire temperatures all very slow. Except when JT got to me, then I started to try a bit more, but it went in the hundreds.
You guys are gonna have to head off.
Yeah.
I will I'll update the stats and I'll talk to you later.
Cheers, race.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Yes, yeah.
Man, if I hadn't run out of fuel in the GT2 race, I would not have been so paranoid about fuel and would not have ended with 29% this time.
Yeah, I think I was gonna be crossing. If I did an extra lap, it would have been 0.8. I'm like, nope, not playing that game.
That's a dangerous number. But I'm gonna go to bed. Cheers for the race, guys.
Yeah, see ya.
See you next
Nice
week.
race, dude. Because of the rain, I looked at your setup, JT, but actually I didn't use it because of the rain.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was not a rain setup. So,
No, the setup was basically trying to fix the rear tire issue.
yeah, I didn't have a big tire issue. I just looked at it and
Yeah,
with a dry setups where you were different. You're running a lot of preload.
Yes. Yeah, because I found once you get under like 95, 90% rear tires, the rear just likes to kick out instantly. So the max preload was trying to negate that kick.
I think I was running 100 or 110. Like that. You're stiffer on the shocks, but I'm stiffer on the spring.
I don't really understand dampers very well, so I didn't really play with those too much.
Ah. Oof.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go find dinner. Y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, same thing. You too. See you guys.
Bye.